Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Zebzibra, also known as Abimbola. Thank you so much for joining, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back again. Thank you for always coming to engage my content. I appreciate you, and I do not ever take it for granted, like never ever. So guys, today is a very special day because we have this handsome man here. Yeah, this is my husband. I know I've been mentioning a lot in my videos that I'm married, I have a son, and I've not come out to show you guys who the lucky man is. So this is the amazing man behind my smile. And today we just want to, this is the month of November. It's our anniversary month. We had our court wedding, traditional wedding, and white wedding in this same month. So this month is a blessed month for us, and this month is also my husband's birthday, so it's a good way to bring him to you guys and show him to you. So we'll be sharing our love story on this particular video, or in this particular video we'll be sharing our love story, how we met. There are so many versions to this story and there's a reason for it. My brother caused it, but this video will be this video will be telling you guys the true story of how we met, exact story, like raw, pure, and undiluted. No lies, no deceits, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it. We've known each other since 2010, but we've been in relationships since 2013, and we've been married since 2017. So we've known each other for 10 years now, and we've been married for 3 years. And will you go first?
No. Ladies first.
Okay. This is just how it started. I went to a nursing school, also known as College of Nursing if you are not in Nigeria, where you run a 3 years program, and at the end of the whole thing you become a registered nurse. So I was in a nursing school in Ile-Ife and I attended a Redeemed church back then in Ile-Ife, and he was a member of that church and I was a member of the church. But the thing is, I was just a floor member. I don't do jack. Like, I was not in the workforce when I got into the church until after a year I joined the church. I decided to join the workforce and serve God with everything I have. I had always seen him around in church, but I just noticed that he left. Like, I stopped seeing him. Meanwhile, during that time, we don't talk to each other, right?
No, we didn't.
He does not even know me, but I know him because he's always the one on the keyboards, and he's also the choir director. So he's always leading the choir. If he's not conducting the choir during worship or what do you call special number before the pastor ministers, if he's not doing that, he's on the keyboards. If he's not on the keyboards, he's on the guitar. So I'm always saying there's one brother among the choir. Of course, he's not the only brother in the choir. So I'm always saying that there's this brother, just like the way I see every other person. But I noticed that 3 months down the line, I stopped seeing him in church. He wasn't coming, and I did not even bother my head about it. Like, I don't know you, so why should I care? But there's this thing I do. It's like an habit I got from my mother. May her soul rest in peace. She taught me to look out for people and always check on them. And one way I do that is I send messages to people. I've stopped that now, but then I send messages to people every first day of the month, wishing them happy new month, checking after them. I hope you are fine, you and your family are well. How are you guys doing, or how are you doing? How is everything over there? I just want to wish you happy new month. I pray that this month bring forth blessings and all those things. Then so I was always sending that message to him and everybody on my contact list. I sent them that message. It's just 4 naira per SMS then, back then in 2010. So I sent it. It was not, I had a lot of money in school, so it was not a problem for me to send people messages. If Boswin is watching this video, he can testify to that because he was one of the beneficiary of those messages.
That's great.
Amongst so many other people. After some months, I was going through my Facebook page and his picture and name popped up. Of course, we had mutual friends, but I don't know. It came in as a suggestion on my Facebook wall. So I'm like, this brother that I had
Cute
not
brother.
seen. Yeah. this is this brother I had not seen in church for a long time. So I decided to, send him a friend request, and of course he added me as friends. I don't know for how long it took him, but he added me as friends. And after he added me as his friend, I messaged him. Yeah, I messaged him first, not because I had any intention or because I had anything in mind, just that thing of checking up on people. So I sent him a message. Hey bro, how are you doing? It's been a while. Have you been? I've not been seeing you in church. What's going on with you? And it took him 2 days to respond to that message, telling me that he had traveled to Rivers State. Rivers State is a southern state in Nigeria. That he has traveled to Rivers State for his youth service. And I'm like, oh wow, great, awesome, congratulations. And that was it. We went on break until I think we became friends on Facebook in 2011.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, and we did not talk until 2012. Of course, I had a boyfriend then.
We didn't talk?
We did not talk until 2012 February.
Why?
No. We spoke. Yeah, we chatted. We kept chatting, but it was not consistent.
Yeah, it was
maybe once in a month, once in 2 months, and just like that, skeletal conversations until December 2011, when the pastor in that church is a youth church, so the pastor was not yet married when I joined the church. So in December, it was announced in church that pastor was getting married, and I know that he's one of the bros in church. Like, my husband is 7 years older than me, guys. So,
but I don't look it.
You don't look it. I know. He's one of those brothers in church that you're like, like, that means this man is like a big brother to you, So I know that it was in the league of my pastors and all those, senior people in church. And I messaged him that, oh wow, have you heard about Pastor Lumide's wedding ceremony coming up in February? And he acted for me like he did not hear. Meanwhile, he had known all along that I was getting married. So I was like, oh really, wow, that's great. So congratulations to him. And so I asked him if he would be coming for the wedding. Of course, I went for the wedding because I was one of the decoration team people that, helped out at the wedding ceremony. So we saw each other at the wedding in February 2012, but we did not talk. It was just he was very busy at the wedding ceremony. He got occupied and we couldn't talk. We just saw each other in passing and was like, hello, hi, what's up, how are you doing? And that was it. That was all. Come 2012, May 2012, that same year, uncle just sent me a message. I was like,
who's uncle?
Okay, he sent me a message. Did I even tell you his name? I did not. Oh, that's very bad of me.
I'm the Kayode in the Kayode Akon.
Yes, it's Kayode Akon, and that's what makes up my surname, Abimbola Kayode Akon. So it's Kayode Akon. So in 2012, May 2012, he sent me a message and was like, I'm sorry I've not been responding to your messages. I really appreciate every single one of them, and I promise to do better next time. And I'm like, so when I read that message, I was on my way to the hostel when I read that message, and I'm like, Onimbala and Bole, but
really? I'm just saying that for the first time. Yeah, I've never had that.
Guys, I don't know how to interpret that. If you don't understand Yoruba, I'll try to interpret and put it in put it in letters on the screen. I'm like, that's how they start, oh. That's how they start.
That was what you actually thought.
Because you never responded to my messages all this time. You now came all of a sudden to say you are sorry you've not been responding to my message.
It's been a long time, but it's nothing more than I'm sorry I've not been responding.
Then that means that you must have gone through my messages, giving it a second thought before you decide to say, oh, let me apologize to this girl for not responding to her message.
Okay, so let me come in at this point. Yes, I used to be in a different parish actually. If you know Redeem, we have so many churches all over the place. I used to be in a different parish and I was there for a long time. I was not in a relationship, of course. So I got transferred to the youth church, which was the church where we met. And being that I was always in the choir, I was always up front, I was used to that church celebrity kind of thing. So I've come to accept for a long time. You don't get to know everybody except the people who say hi to you. So once they say, I make an exception to say, because before they actually say hi to you, know that there has been a lot. Should I say hi? Should I? They may have come across you a couple of times that you didn't even know. So that's the background to where I'm coming from. And yeah, even though we were in the workforce, no, we didn't know each other. We didn't know each other.
We didn't know each other. No, we did not. There were a lot of people in the workforce.
Yeah. So basically, and I didn't stay long at the church because I was done with my school service and I was ready to go for youth service then. So I packed my things after a couple of months. I can't remember.
I think you. If I can remember where you came February and you left like May, June.
Like May, it was May. Yeah. So I didn't stay too long in the church, and I didn't think my impact was felt too much, except for the choir as it was. So, but be that as it may, so I was not in a relationship. I packed my things off to Port Harcourt, and then we are serving our father's land. We are, etc., etc. So, about this Facebook thing, what happened was really that after I left church, not many people stayed in touch with me. Of course, the pastor stayed in church with me because we go way back. We were friends and all of that. But within the church itself, I think it was only the pastor actually. So when I got the friend's request from her, I was like, oh, where do I know this person from? Not that I knew in person, but let's just, during the time, so I was surprised you are saying I didn't accept him. During those days, I accepted friends' request instantly because I consider my Facebook page a public page. I mean, many people could want to send you. So I must have accepted as soon as, I may not have logged on to Facebook in a couple of days, but once I was at NCCF, so I was in charge of the internet of the house, so I always had internet, etc. So as soon as I saw it, I just click accept without knowing where or who. I just do that generally. Even I still have that. Okay, so sometimes nowadays I take an exception. If I see your name is Chun Li and then you're a black man, I take an exception to it. Yes. If I see something is off about your disposition, if you go and put Pink Panther as your profile picture, I'm not going to say yes to it. So I must have, as soon as I came on Facebook and all that. So I think sometimes later on she now said hi. So this was what struck me. Oh, she actually says hi. And I didn't know it was from the church, of course. So I was just like, I think I just responded. It might not be immediately because sometimes what happens is I might open the Facebook page and I'm doing so many other things elsewhere. So she might think it's online. Let me say hi. And then I didn't see the message.
It's forming busy for me.
It's not that it's forming busy. Let me tell you what I was. Apart from being in charge of the internet, this means that when the internet is down at any part of the house, because we're using a LAN to a wireless, I had to go and troubleshoot it. I alone. At that time, I was in charge of the building of the whole secretariat. We were doing decking. So I would have gone since morning. I was a core member, of course, so I had to teach. I was in the choir. I was in the drama department.
Okay.
So I was utility. I was
multi-talented.
So yeah, I was I wasn't making it up. So most often, I always come online at night if ever I would and I'm tired. So it's the residue of me. So most times I just see a message. So the first time I saw a message, this person, I remember I had actually said yes to somebody's friend's request, and this person actually mentioned. So I think as the conversation continued, I can't remember what it was. I figured out it was from church. And then, so take note that she was the only one who reached out to me back from church. And
I didn't know I was shooting my shots.
Were you shooting your shots?
It was the leading of the spirit now.
So you were shooting your shots?
I wasn't. No, it was not.
You were shooting your shots?
No, wait, let's clarify
so
this.
So the shots were empty?
No. Let's clarify this. So, before SOJ will see this video, I said that, I said it, you forced yourself on him. Guys. Guys, I was not shooting my shots. I actually did not have the intention of getting married to him. For so many reasons. I never even thought that we would be married to each other by now. One, I had a boyfriend then. Two, marriage was not even the first. It was the last thing on my mind.
Yeah, school girl.
People that know me knows me that I love my career so well, and the plan was to pursue my career up to master's level. Like, I will be almost starting PhD, or I will almost be starting PhD by the time I think of marriage. That was the kind of person I was.
How old were you then?
Then I was 19.
Yeah, when girls are 19, that's usually what the case is. I didn't know she was 19, so.
I did not look 19. I looked more like it's not like I look older than my age, but I was more matured in the way I carry myself, in my dressing, in my, like, everything about me. You cannot see me and think I'm 19.
It's what is called looking older than your age.
But I did not physically look older than my age now.
We didn't say you were looking old, but you didn't look 19.
I did not look 19.
So you can't blame me. After she sent it, so we were doing on and off, yes. Am I a social media person? I've not been. Usually I go online, I will see what everybody's saying.
I forced him to open an Instagram page and he's not active on it.
That's not why we're
okay. Sorry.
So basically, I just go online and see what people are saying. So when someone messages me, I take it upon myself to respond. But for her, I think I'd not been very forthcoming. So I think one day it just struck me that wait. Of all the people you left back in Ife and that church, this was one person that not only had stayed in touch, had consistently stayed in church, and I felt I had not done well by her. It's not because I felt she was looking for something. In fact, that was not what was on my mind. Frankly, I just felt it was somebody who was just friendly. I have a lot of people who are very friendly with
I am
me
actually
like that,
friendly.
So you were not very friendly as of that time. Yeah, you were not very friendly. How you got friendly with me, we all don't know. It's a story for the gods. But as of then, no, you were always keeping to yourself. But I just felt this was someone who was friendly and okay, we should be friends with the person. That was what it was, basically. So I now sent that message. Yeah, I can remember the spirit of that message. It was a sincere apology that you have been saying hi, and I scarcely was forthcoming. I'll make a change about it. That's it. So I made the change. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so after he sent that message to me, I think we started talking more often.
Yeah, we had to.
We started talking more often, and it's just like we don't even call each other. We just chat on Facebook.
Yeah, it was just,
hey, what's up? How are you doing? I'm fine. And just basic things. Sometimes we talk about church. Sometimes we talk about the scripture. What else do we talk about then?
So mostly it would have been church because no one was giving me any information from church.
I was the gossip for him. So I was always telling him latest developments about church, things happening in church. This person is getting married to this person, or we have some projects in church to do this and that.
Yeah, so when she told me about pastor's wedding, of course, before pastor set a date for wedding, when pastor was trying to toast his wife who's also my friend, I had
to propose to her, not
to
toast. We are people of the spirit. Stop using worldly language.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but noted. Whatever the case may be, when pastor was trying to pray about the sister, I think that's one again. When pastor had heard God about the sister, that's the word we used. So he had told me, so I knew the in total of the matter pretty much, but I can't remember I actually pretended like it was news to me. I must have been such a terrible person. So, but basically, the first time I would say I set eyes on her was the Sunday after the Saturday. Even though we met at the, I can't remember.
You were passing. I think you needed.
You were at the decoration area.
I was at the decoration area in the reception, and
yes,
you
reception.
just came to pick some things.
Yes,
and
I
you were leaving.
I remember that moment.
You were leaving the hall. I was coming in. Then just, hey, what's up? And you just left.
So it didn't register to me that who this was or who it wasn't. But then I think I had said I was going to come for the wedding.
Yes,
and you had said you were going to be there, and so it was just somewhere in the mind that okay, that person you always talk with, you are going to get to see her, and then that was it. I didn't remember any other thing. So it was on the Sunday when we went back to church for Thanksgiving that we now met by Sky. I think I was the one driving pastor and his wife out of church that day, and then we now met. That, for me, that was the first time I set eyes on you. I was like, oh.
And how did you feel?
Nothing. I didn't feel anything. No, because
telephone.
No. Because you were a friend. It wasn't because we wanted to let you.
I did not sweep you off your feet, Nee.
I am like God. I can't be swept off my feet.
And that's why you are with me now.
Well,
Let's
that's
continue.
a different story. Things change. So basically, so after then, I think we continued. We were talking. There were, should I mention? There was one girl I was chasing back then, and it wasn't working out. So
She left him hanging.
yeah, that's the word. Basically.
No yes, no, just there.
Yeah, but let's just.
Thank God she did not say yes, Sha.
Person can be watching.
Okay. But she does not know what she's missing. Let's continue.
Our discussion went on, and then I don't know. I think by the time we met at pastor's wedding was when we now exchanged phone numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It was that day. It was at the Thanksgiving service on Sunday that we exchanged phone numbers.
Yeah, so from then it was now phone call, and this was the age of MTN and
Extra call.
yeah, all of those things. So yeah, so I went back to my Port Harcourt, of course, and she stayed in touch. Of course, that word "she stayed in touch" made things complex. When I was telling the story in a certain circle,
Láwùjọ àwọn àgbà.
it made things complex. But you see, I've been a very simple person. So I think it's correct if I said I'm a people person.
Yeah, you are.
That's because of the role I find myself occupying. Whether or not I like it, I have to relate with people so much, and a large percentage of my day goes into that. So much so that by the time I get home, I just want to shut down and be on my own and not say anything to anybody, because it's like I've given out a lot and I just want to unwind.
You
that
want
sort
some
of
time
thing.
to yourself.
Exactly. So basically, if I'm cool with someone, I'm 100% with the person. If I'm not, I am just not.
No
completely
pretense.
Yeah.
No eye
And
service.
everything is on a plain sheet of paper.
You are either here or there.
And I
We are
make sure I
not
let you know.
lukewarm.
Yeah, and I make sure I let you know. So basically, that was it. That was the meeting. But then now the question is, so how did things transform?
Yeah, how did it grew into a relationship?
So of course, I said I was trying to be with somebody and it wasn't working out. So I just killed it off. I just killed it off, knocked it off, and I was
Moved
single.
on.
I moved on, basically. That's the word. But then, so she and I had been talking, and if you understand that, while I said I was a people person,
I also broke up with my boyfriend.
I didn't know she was in a relationship, because it wasn't like about
We did
relationship.
not talk about relationship. We did not talk about relationship.
We didn't.
We never talked about relationship
As a matter
until
of
you
fact, we
proposed.
No. There was one day we talked about relationship, and I'll tell you the story.
Okay, I think I can remember.
Oh yeah, I'm going to remind you. So what year was this after pastor's wedding?
2013 now.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
started talking.
Yeah, we started
More
talking
frequently.
more frequently, and so even though I said I was people person, it wasn't as if there were a whole lot of girls that were in my life.
They were in your life, but not relationship wise.
Exactly. So they were just not in that sphere. We were very close. As in, when I said I'm with someone, I am very tight with them. So we were very close, but it was like quite defined. It wasn't like we had a meeting to define it, but I just knew it wasn't going to be you.
And they knew that it wasn't going to.
Yeah. Interestingly, I was at NCCF while I was serving. Interestingly, all the sisters I met there, before I got into service, I just known I'm not going to marry somebody from
Youth service.
I had just known that. So no matter how close, there are a couple of people who were very, very close. It could have been it, really. Even though NCCF says if you come in single, stay single through your service year until you pass out. For excuse, anyway, I was a drama director. And so by the time I stayed single through, and then by the time I handed over, I was free to engage. But then I still had known. So there was it was not something for consideration for me per se. Now, so we were now in the year, what now? 2014?
No, still 2013.
Still 2013. I had finished service now.
You finished service 2012.
Yeah, I finished service 2012. So
yes,
this
so
was
2013.
We were talking. Okay, we started the 2013.
Yes.
Can you believe it? How time flies. So here was what happened. So we've been talking, and no, we didn't talk about relationship.
No.
About each other, but there was one night like that. It must have been.
In case you people, sorry,
Yeah.
In case people are wondering what we talk about, and we're not talking about relationship, there are a lot of things to talk about that is not relationship related.
And that's where I'm going to say this exception. You know, when you are getting close to somebody, you always have things to talk about, even though you are not in a relationship, but you
No.
have things. So that was what
But
was
you are
happening.
friends, you are very good friends, so there are things to talk about.
So I began to feel the vibes, and I felt in my head she probably was feeling the vibes.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't know, but as far as I was concerned, I've not
I
heard from you
wasn't.
today.
Honestly,
it doesn't
I
matter.
wasn't.
It doesn't matter. Yes, we know. But as far as I was concerned, I've not heard from you today. You've not heard from me, and then we have a way of keeping in touch. So it registered that there is something going on here, as far as I was concerned.
No, but you know that, see, the same way you keep up with your friends now, that if you had not talked in 3 months, you can just pick up from where you guys left. That was it for us then.
Yeah, but it wasn't 3 months. It was every other day or something. Here's what happened. My roommates had noticed, my housemates then had noticed, there is now somebody in K's life. Who is that? The sister? I said, no, we are just friends. But you people are always talking every night. We always see you smiling every time. I said, trust me, there is nothing happening there. So that was I came around for our birthday in June of that year.
Yeah.
We talked about birthday. So when is your birthday? I think the previous year I missed your birthday.
You missed it.
Yeah, I now said I was going to
Make it
take
up
note
to
of
me.
exactly. So when is your birthday? He said it was.
See,
about-
when the guy tells you that I will make it up to you, he's up to something.
you can't take that to the bank.
Let's continue.
Yeah, I know. So I was just like, I'll take an exception to it the next time. So this was the next time, which was 2013, and I decided to come around. Now I can't remember why I had to come around in June, but somehow the schedule worked such that I'm like, okay, if I come, I wasn't serving now. I was working with a company. I can't remember which company. So I had my schedule to myself. So I went to Lagos and then went by Ife. And then, what happened? So I took you out. Yes, I've not taken many girls out. As a matter of fact, yeah, there are friends that I hang out with. Let's just. I've had a couple of friends like that where I know it can be. It wasn't like I was thinking it would be with her, actually. But a nice person that so let's just hang out. Let's just have a nice time. That was why I came around. Well, according to her, she had nothing on her mind, so let's keep it that way. She had nothing on her mind.
I had nothing on my mind because there were a lot of guys on my neck then.
I didn't know.
Babe, more hot by.
Yeah.
I'm still hot though, but then
So,
the hips, I had the figure, everything was on point. My
that
that
you are wearing big clothes over.
me, me.
That got to her.
No. Tell them you are joking, no hair.
Of course they know. They can go and check your Facebook profile from back in the day. So, but basically, I think I came to pick you at the hairdresser salon.
Yes, he came to pick me at the salon.
She tripped. Yeah, no guy has come to pick her at the salon before.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, I'm right. So, but basically, I think we went out. But then we couldn't stay long because, in my head, I'm like, this person that we have been talking, it's your birthday, I want to make it to you. We're going to spend time together. I mean, I came from Port Harcourt, but I went to Lagos and came. You are going to give me that day. So when we were.
But I had plans for my birthday.
Apparently, she had plans that I didn't know when, and you didn't invite me, sir.
I cannot invite you. I cannot invite you now.
Invite me? Well, could I not have been invited or I could not have attended? But she didn't invite me. But so while we were eating, as in we had just settled down when she said, her friends were calling her back and they had something planned. In my head, I'm like, today is ruined though. Again, it wasn't because I felt something was going to happen, but you just felt you were going to be with someone for the day and then they had to go. And then I now realized, okay, maybe. But again, should she not have felt this was it, whatever. I didn't argue too much. I was just like, okay, so let's just wrap up. Did we do a takeaway or something? Or we just finished eating? And
no, we finished eating and you went to drop me off.
Exactly. So I just went to drop her. She said she was going to have a bad day. And I went. I think you were a bit late for the meeting. And then I left. Did we see again? I'm not sure.
No, we did not. You just went back to Port Harcourt.
Yeah, my journeys those days. I think that was a Sunday. Yeah, so Monday, boom, I'm back to Port Harcourt. But I think we continued talking. And this was where it changed for me.
Okay.
It was sometimes in September.
Okay. 2013.
That's in 2013. It was sometimes in September. We had been talking and talking and talking, and that night I can remember very well. I just dropped. We had talked about relationship earlier on around April. And
Before
then-
my birthday.
Before your birthday.
What did we say?
I
Let
can't
me-
remember what led to it, but it must have been, I think, yeah, it must have been you asked that, okay, pastor was married.
Okay, yes, I
all my
remember.
friends were
Yeah,
married.
everybody
Why
in
was
his
I not
age
married?
bracket then
Yeah.
that I knew that they were friends, like a circle of friends.
Let's digress.
They were all married except him.
I made a career out of being the best man. I was best for.
He was
I
best man for a lot of people. Like,
I was, my,
did you come to life to do best man? You don't want to be a husband. What's
I was
going
good
on?
at it. I was a good guy. You married a good guy.
I know, and I'm grateful for that. So it
So-
was just anything. I'm besting. I'm a best man for so. I'm the best man for this person. I'm the best. What's going on? You're not in a relationship. What these people are married? I even thought I was going to marry one of the sisters then. Sister Folusho.
Oh, Sister Rebecca.
Sister Rebecca.
Seriously? Well, so Sister Rebecca is, we can say that now. She was one perfect sister. She is the spiritually good sister for this.
For your kind of brother.
No, not for my
See,
brother. That's what you thought.
Babe, yeah,
That's the kind of brother you
cast
thought I
on the
was.
channel.
Oh, yeah, go. We are here.
Guys, when I met my husband, see, this man you're looking at, just thank me for it. My husband does not wear jean when I met him. Like, guys. But let's continue.
There is something we call the screensaver. If you have a computer, if you have
Babe, let's continue.
it was a screensaver.
This video
set
will be
that
too
you-
long. Let's
But let's
continue.
just go on. So basically,
I touched you up. Thank me for that.
you brought me out.
See, and if you're watching this video, you should see the future. The future is more important than the present. Because if you had given up on this brother that because he does not know how to dress, you want to leave him.
It was a way to
You
ward
are
off.
leaving a good man. No.
It was a way to ward off the unnecessary sisters. So it was a good strategy. So
Strategic
back to
one.
what we are saying. So we had thought. So I'd figured out you were not in a relationship, and I felt, could she really not be in a relationship? Seriously, what are the chances? Could she be joking, or she just wanted to hear what I would say? Because you get the way these sisters are. When the conversation hits that I did in a relationship, the first thing is that are you interested? And I was single. It wasn't that I was considering her actively for relationship, but I was just interested in this part of her life I had not known, and I just wanted to know. It's normal curiosity. It's not necessarily because she wanted to at that point in time. That was as of that April.
But your man's son here.
Well, that was
It's okay, Mutubo.
so, but then she said she was single, and as you can see, nothing happened. We continued. June, I came for the birthday. I didn't say Jack was happening. But then, as of September, one night after we dropped the call, finished speaking with her, it just occurred to me that if I don't ask this girl out, I would have broken her heart. As in, that was exactly the way it occurred to me. I was just like,
My
because
heart
I-
was not about to be broken.
That's me.
Okay.
So I was like, because we had talked so well, the only thing was that we didn't say there was a relationship, but we had talked about everything.
Me that I wanted to
date
marry an Oyinbo man.
yeah, fantastic. This is the Oyinbo man. This is the Oyinbo man in dark skin. So basically, at that moment I just realized I'm neck deep into this thing, and I will have to ask this girl. I can't just break off it's not an entanglement now.
It's not an entanglement. You
But I
are.
can't just break off the communication and just go on and say there's another lady anyway. And then she was like the only girl around that time that I would say we have been having close relations pretty much. So as of September, I knew that I was going to ask her out.
Okay.
And so whether or not I will end up with her was a function of whether or not she will say yes or no. So I've been in Christendom for a long time, and then we've had brothers who have asked this house, and then they've changed their mind and say, no, God didn't say, or no, I'm no longer led, and all of those things. And
Babe, I think this video and the way I'm seeing it, or the way this video is going, I think it will be too long. But I think we should,
you can cut it
make
now.
another
One
video.
and two.
Like, I feel we should make another video on God said. How to know the will of God?
Yeah, of course we can do that.
Because
So I'll just leave that part out. And so eventually I'd known that, okay, the only thing that will stop me from marrying her is if she turned me down. Remember I said there was somebody I had asked out and she left me hanging. So it was not going to be dependent on me. If I've come at you, it's because I have made up my mind and all of those things. So even though that had happened as of September for me, we just continued the conversation. And then interestingly, she kept asking me, I think once or twice after that, when I was going to get married and time was going, every time the that
when I did not know better, life is not all about marriage.
And after that, in my head, I was thinking, you said you are single, and then I'm single. We have been talking this well. At what point have you not realized that there is something going on? This lady is pushing me and she's just trying to find out.
But you know,
that was how I felt now.
Okay.
How can I not say how I felt?
Okay.
So I felt this lady is pushing me and she wants to know what is on my mind, whether I will come true or whether I won't come true. Don't worry, I've decided to come true. I remember there was a time she actually asked that question, and I think when I was coming in November. Yeah, it was November I came to ask you. So how that happened was, I think we were talking like a week prior to that time.
Yeah.
And she was like, so when are you going to propose to or when am I going to meet the sister? That's what.
Like
that's
when
exactly.
when I'm going to meet the sister.
Yeah, when she's going to meet the sister. And in my head, the response I had was, like she doesn't know she's the sister already. I beg you, leave us alone, Daddy. So
But no.
Well, that's what she said.
No, I don't know.
So basically, what happened was, I actually believed that because you were about 20.
I was young. I was 20.
So yeah, I didn't know you were 20 either. Yeah. So I've always been the kind of person. Let me mention this. No, I can't marry somebody who is more than 2 years younger than me. As a matter of fact, the ideal thing for me, she should be my age mate. Although about 3 years, me. So if I had known her age, it wouldn't have happened. But then we had talked so deep. In my world, I'd felt we had gone that close. It was only the asking for me that remained to say, should there be a future to this? Should there be more than this or not? And so it was left to whether or not she would flow with that or not. So what happened was, I was going to work. I was with ESI then. And I was going to work one day, and then we were talking, and then you said that, I think the previous night when we were talking, then you said that, okay, your exam was going to be so day to so day.
That's my final exam, my nursing council exam to become a registered nurse.
And for some reason you said you were not going to leave immediately?
Because we had to do clearance before they can, leave you to go. Once you leave, that's the end of it.
Then you said you were going to travel home
the following week.
Which was going to be like 10th November?
10th that was going to be 13th November.
13th November, okay, yeah. So that information was just there. So I
our
think
anniversary. Is this an anniversary? But the day you proposed to me
was the 10th.
Yes, 10th of November.
10th. I remember that name. Because of the circumstances, I'm not a very good person with dates actually. So when I was going to work the next morning, I just suddenly realized, this girl that you said you are going to ask out.
A mini girl.
That was what it was in my head. Do you want to hear the truth or dismiss it?
No.
Okay, this mommy that said she was. So he said, if I don't ask her out now.
See the way it's so calculative. Can you blood as you
Wait, it's only me. It's not everybody.
Okay.
It's only me.
All right.
If I don't ask her out now, is it when she has gone home to her parents' house that will start asking for the address?
Now come to my parents' house to come and ask me out.
I didn't not look that.
What got?
That's not going to be a very straightforward journey from Port Harcourt. I don't know where I will go to have to go to where and then sleep where and all that. I just realized the asking out must happen before she travels this week. So I got to work that day, and then I told them I was traveling the next day. That was it. I'm going to ask her out, point blank. And then I think I called my pastor to say
you were
I was coming down, but I didn't tell him I was coming to ask him out. I said I was just traveling down and I was going to come over. I didn't tell anybody what I was coming to do. So I think that was a Friday I was going to work that happened, because you had finished the exam and then you were doing the clearance things. And so I traveled the whole Saturday. Port Harcourt journey is an entire day.
You did not take flight, ne?
You can't fly to Ife now. How will you fly to Ife?
Okay.
Even if you flew to Lagos, it will take the whole day.
It's true. It's
So,
true.
so I got to church that Sunday morning. The only thing on my head was, I'm going to ask her out, and let's see what this will be. I got down to church that day, and then I met my pastor, who, it wasn't like, pastor, I've come to know, we were friends. So I just said, okay, I'm Maria, what's happening, and this and that. I have come on a mission. Remember this mission you have been telling me about? I have come now. I said, what's the mission? I said, I've come to ask the sister out. Wow, glory to God. Of course, I told him my head that she was the sister, and then she said, okay, all right. Are you sure? Count the cost.
I had no idea.
Well, so luckily after workers meeting, she was in church that day too. She's a faithful sister with church. She came to church. I looked at her. Is this the person we are going to marry?
And I just made one fine head.
I can't remember the.
It's okay.
But I remember the dress you were wearing. I think I do remember the dress you were wearing. So bottom line, after I just finished speaking to sister, I just saw the sister going like that. Pastor was, I just said, let me go and do the asking. I said, God go with you. That's why I called that beside Pastor.
Tell them how you asked me out now.
I can't remember. Is that the essence of this video? That should be part 2 now. I said I wanted to see her, and then she said, okay. I think she first thought it was a see at another time. No. So I
like
just
now.
So I went beside the car, and in my head, this was somebody we talked very well on phone. So why the sounding we are not too familiar to? But anyway, so I looked her straight in the eye and.
See, guys, that's how I am. Over the phone, I can be very, very active. Like, I like e-communication, electronic communication, but physical communication, I'm not good with that.
Well, so I looked her straight in the eye and said, I can't remember my exact words. But I know what were not my exact words.
Okay.
I remember I said something like,
I'm sorry, I have not rehearsed this.
Yeah, I said that. I didn't rehearse this.
I just wanted to know that. No, but I have come to tell you that I want to marry you. I'm sorry I have not rehearsed this, and this might not be exact words you are expecting, but I want to tell you I have come to marry you. Or what did you even say?
The message I was passing.
Shakala, nothing fascinating.
The message I was
like,
passing.
I came to propose to you. Something like that.
That's not
romantic.
This is it can be romantic. This is mission we are talking about. It's not, so I just basically said the reason why I've actually come all the way from Port Harcourt is to ask her out, to say she should marry me. I'm not asking her for a relationship or for dating. I'm not asking for dating. People date. I'm not a dating kind of person. The essence of this is to say, will you marry me? No, I'm not expecting you to give me an answer right now. Yeah, I said that. I expect you to go and do whatever you want to do. Take your time to think about it or pray about it if you're that kind of person or whatsoever. But I need to put it right on the table that these are my intentions towards you. So the sister was looking down and looking elsewhere and looking up.
Guys,
and as I was talking in my head, I'm like,
guys, I am this kind of girl that was brought up in a very strict home. Like my mother especially, she's a disciplinarian. You cannot do smell. You cannot. So he was talking to me. I was looking down. So when he said I want to marry, I just looked up. You know when an adult is talking to you and you are looking down, you're not supposed to look at the adult's face when they are talking to you now. Like that's the way I grew up. Things have changed now. But that day when he was talking to me, when I had marry you, I just looked up.
Yeah, she looked up. So in my eyes, in my mind, I was like you weren't expecting this.
I was not.
As in, we have been talking so well. No, really. How many people do you think I talk that well with?
But it's not anybody you talk to that you want to marry now.
Yes, but the one I talk that well with.
Even at that, it's not to say that you want to marry them.
What are the chances?
Okay.
Well.
But that's me.
That's why she disappeared though.
I left church. I ran away.
I was like, Kilo Shele. What happened? Where is she? Okay, maybe she's just busy somewhere. I didn't know it had to do with the question I asked her. You went to the toilet?
No, I went back to my hostel. I left church, went back to my hostel.
So go and do what?
I just went to sit on my bed and I was thinking that, what's going on? I was not expecting it, so I didn't even know the exact way to react.
So it actually, it beats me. Not the word is not beat. It surprised me that she was not expecting it. Of course, after I asked her out, I said, so I think I said, so we will see. I can't remember what your response was.
I did not give you a response.
Maybe you just said okay. Or
I just
something.
said okay, and I went out to conference center, and I had some continental thing to eat. Of course, in my mind, I'm like, no problem. I buy no. Because marriage was not on my mind. It's not carnality, but I beg.
Want to chop my money.
Your money is meant to be chopped. Afterwards, we went to.
So we now went to New Boca, yes. From there, was it Pixels? It wasn't Pixels. It was going to be like Banwheel or.
Okay, we went to Banwheel.
Was it Banwheel?
I took ice cream.
Must have been Banwheel somewhere there. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been Banwheel.
Was Banwheel?
Yeah. So, and then that's when I re-elaborated my dreams. Yes, my plan.
Banwheel. Now I analyzed everything. I highlighted
that's
all
the
the
plans. This is talk for now.
No, not for now.
I highlighted it. Put my cards on the table.
This is my plan. This is this. He had figured everything out in his head. In fact, I was married to him in his head.
It was just if you will say no. And so what made it to progress? Of course, she didn't tell me yes or no. All the same. She didn't tell me no, but by the time
I finally told you yes now.
That was later now. Many months later now. Almost 4 months later. So
I should have told you yes.
But after that day, after we had the conversation, I think that was when I found out how old you were. By proxy, because I remember what you had said was, well, you were in school, you want to do a BSc before you think about and have your masters before
I think of marriage.
And what must have been my response? I must have said, yeah, definitely it's okay for you to do BSc. Masters, you can always do it along the line, but that's a long time. Let's just see how things go, whatever. In the end, for me, by the time I was done with the conversation, I felt like, there might be a green light here at the end of this tunnel. That's how I felt, pretty much. Even though she hadn't given me a yes. A yes or a no, but I felt positive about it, sort of. So, of course, yes, naturally in my head, I was in a relationship already. Yes, now, because I wasn't about to change my mind, except you said it wasn't going to happen. And that's what Pastor had said I should do with you. If you have asked that out, you're as good as you're in a relationship with her. Forget these sisters. Once you have asked them out like this, they're only weighing you. Many take care of us is what they are doing.
It's not so in all cases.
I don't know. But so I went back to Port Harcourt, and in my head I was in relationships. That
was how we started. Gave him a response about 4 months later when I was convinced. See, there will be a part 2 to this thing. Do you want to tell people about the drama that happened after you came to my
yeah, but that is not how we met.
Okay, that's not how we met. So that was how we met, guys. That was it. And life continued from there.
Here we
are.
I look back, do I have regrets? There are things I could have done differently, but the part of relationship with you and I know I wouldn't have done it any differently. I have no regrets, frankly.
Oh, they need regret. I'm not giving me.
I know.
Yeah, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun with us, because this was fun for us to make, right?
Yeah, it was.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And what do you have to tell them?
Well, thank you for all your support to my wife's channel all these months.
And they should do what?
Subscribe and share, make it go viral.
Subscribe, guys, to this channel. Please let this ministry go. Let it grow. Let it move forward. Let's make some progress. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time. Till then, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.